The information in this video is provided for informational and educational purposes only. Hey everybody, welcome to another edition of the Morale Monologue. My name is Michael Morale. In today's video, I want to talk to you about some of the positive things that we have in our life as patients with SMA. You know, all of us have to deal with certain issues like caregivers. You know, if we were able-bodied, we wouldn't need caregivers to help us. But having SMA, one of the things that I think all of us are going to have to deal with is finding caregivers that will help us. It's not necessarily a weakness, it's just something that we have to deal with in our life. You know, there was so many positives starting about 4 or 5 years ago with the invention of Spinraza, Zolgensma, and Evrysdi. But it seems like there's been a really big lag with regards to new treatments that are coming out. Now, a couple of weeks ago, I did a video where I talked about some of the updates with regards to the clinical trials that were in phase 2 and phase 3 trials. But, you know, it has been a while since we've seen a new treatment. Now, Scholar Rock is currently in a phase 3 clinical trial with their treatment or upcoming treatment called apitegromab. And, you know, I know that they probably could have gone to the FDA for approval after their phase 2 study. But Scholar Rock is making sure that they dot all their I's and cross all their T's. They may have seen something in their phase 2 clinical trial that they wanted to shore up and get answers for so that when they do go to the FDA for approval, there will be no questions. So while we may have to wait a little bit longer, I'm thinking we might hear something by the end of the year, but I'm thinking it's going to be second or even third quarter of next year before we learn more and whether or not they're going to go to the FDA for approval. I personally think that they will go to the FDA for approval. I actually thought that they would have gotten approval after their phase 2 study, but Scholar Rock is doing the clinically correct thing to do. They're wanting to make sure that all of their bases are covered and that there will be no questions when they do go to the FDA. So again, we have to wait. And waiting is one of the most difficult things in life to do. But having SMA, I know it's just part of my life. So try to focus on some of the good things that you have in life. Focus on why you're here on this earth. I think all of us have a meaning. We all have something to say. And I want you to try to remain as positive as you can. I know that may be difficult at times. I get depressed just like everybody else. And that's something that I'm talking to my therapist about right now, is how to deal with some of these, what I consider letdowns in life. But we all have them, and we can't change our life. We have to make the best of it. So if you start feeling down, or if you need someone to talk to, I highly recommend joining the SMA Forums. It's a great group where you can ask questions and get answers, and I'll provide a link to the forums in the description of my video, and that way you can click on it, create a user ID, and go out there and talk to others that have SMA. Some of you may be members already, some of you may not, but if you're not, I highly recommend it because it's a great group of people that are open with regards to information. If you're having a problem regarding your SMA or your health, you can ask all kinds of questions, and then you may have answers to others who have asked questions on the forum. So make sure that you go out there and create a user ID. It only takes just a few minutes, but it's something that I think you'll find very beneficial. Also, remember, stay in constant contact with your doctors. Make sure that they're aware of Scholar Rock's treatment, apitegromab. Ask them what they know. Ask them if they can give you any more information than what I can. You know, we're trying our best to give you the latest and greatest updated news. But again, your doctor may know more and they may be able to say something. The one thing that we need to remember is in this phase 3 clinical trial or in any clinical trial, the FDA limits the amount of information that the pharmaceutical company can give. So if you don't get all of the information that you need right now, just know that we are looking for it. And as soon as we find out something, we're going to make sure that you know. So please remember that you have a reason and you have a purpose in this life. Your voice is just as strong as any able-bodied person out there on the face of this earth, and don't ever forget that. If you feel a need to talk, again, go out, create an ID for the SMA Forums, because again, it's a great group of people that will back you up and help you to cope with some of the issues that all of us have to cope with living with spinal muscular atrophy. Hey, I hope you enjoyed this week's video. If you did, give me a thumbs up and be sure to subscribe to the SMA News Today YouTube channel as well. We would greatly appreciate it. Remember, when you do subscribe, click on the bell icon. That way you'll be notified of any new videos that we produce. We at SMA News Today hope all of you have had a fantastic week. Do me a favor, this upcoming week, do something for yourself that's going to make you a better person. Remember, you do matter. We all matter. Thanks everyone. Have a great upcoming month, and I'll talk to you in a couple of weeks. Bye-bye.